Hello, welcome to week 7 of Room Review. This week we are looking at a beautiful multi-purpose room. And by multi-purpose, I don't mean they just use it for everything, but they use it for both a guest room and an office. So it needs to be functional for them when they are, using it as an office, but also be able to be transformed into a space that is welcoming to guests. So that can be a little bit tricky, and I know there are probably many of you that use the extra bedroom for an office. This particular space, it's unique. It's probably not like your usual home office. I mean, it's got beautiful French doors that look out on the water. And it also has a Murphy bed, which I think is genius for any space where you want to have an extra bed, or have a bed, like especially in an apartment type situation. I think a Murphy bed is a genius thing to have in there because you can truly make your bed every day. You can like make it into the wall, basically, which then gives you living space down below. So this space in particular, the woman who lives here, it's her office, and she is an artist. So she also has a studio. It's not where she does her work. It's where she kind of operates the home base, kind of takes care of all the paperwork and phone calls and organizing of everything for the family as far as paperwork and all that goes. They do have many guests, so they use the room quite often and needed it to be functional in multiple different ways. And as I said, she's an artist, and she does her work, which is her art, in her studio. So this is really a home office for, just for everything that happens in the home and coordinating all that. So she asked me to take a look at it, and she's kind of had it in a state of semi decorated. And so she does have a lot of it done already. She has chosen her colors. Actually, I helped her choose her colors back when she did it. So she's chosen her colors, and she has some things going in the room already. So as soon as this is ready, we will take a look. I'm wondering if any of you have a home office and what your biggest challenge is in your home office. So if you're watching this either live or on the replay, please tell me in the comments, what is your biggest challenge for your home office? And do you use it for something else also? So here we go. Let me share my screen. Okay, dive right in. Okay, room review. All right, so this week, as I said, we are reviewing a home office / guest room space. Right here, as we come in and we walk into the room, to the immediate left is the Murphy bed. As I said, I love this. I think it's an amazing invention. It can completely clear out your floor space and move the bed out of the way when you don't need it, yet turn it into a great space when you do. So the first thing I see when I walk in this room, although we don't see a full view, one thing I do want to mention is these are called nomadic lights. When the Murphy bed comes down, I don't know if you saw the little lamp on the desk over there. That was for the guest if they needed a lamp. Take that away and use nomadic lights. Here we have little folding side tables that can go next to the Murphy bed for guests to be able to use when they're there using the bed. But when the bed is put up, you can fold these tables up and put them back away. If you see the lamp over there on the desk, that's supposed to help people with light on the bed when the bed is down, but it's not working. So get rid of the lamp. Also, you can use task lighting on the desk, so you really don't need the lamp for the desk either. So make sure you have good task lighting under the desk, under the cabinets there, so that you can use that if you need it. Notice the baskets. Also, yeah, I was going to say, wrangling your stuff. You can use the baskets, but also make sure your drawers are well organized, and you can use either things you buy from an organization store or boxes that you just, tear off the tops, or just use the bottoms of boxes, even checkbook boxes. Good filing system. Have a really good filing system that you use so things don't sit out on the top. And I recommend using like 3 different colors to do maybe personal stuff to do with your home, that kind of thing. Looking at this scene here, I would obviously clean off the stuff on the desk. I love the idea of the baskets because they kind of wrangle all the stuff and you can make sure you organize them well so they're usable, but it does create a much more peaceful view when you're looking at it. I would put a bulletin board possibly on the back wall there. She's got some stuff taped up right now. You can get nice bulletin boards with pretty frames. I think that's, I'll put the link in the comments. Then you can also do something like have a beautiful painting that's approximately the same size that you can then put in front of your bulletin board when you have guests so that it kind of masks it and makes just a beautiful piece of artwork there. I would change the desk chair. This is a nice kind of homey chair that could be for a desk or for sitting in a, in a room. I like this one also. The one that's there kind of looks like a extra dining room chair that they just put up there, which, happens all the time. Or you could do something like this, especially because she doesn't sit there all the time. She does her organizational stuff for the home there. This would be a great chair to use there because it could sit over to the side when guests are here and be another chair for them to sit in. Okay, now looking at the double French doors over there, I would definitely hang curtains there because the doors are beautiful. They have a beautiful view. They do have shutters that will keep out the light. Again, you hang it high and wide so that the curtains will hang to the outside of the door. You can do a pattern if you like. I personally usually opt for simpler, and especially with a window with a ton of light, when the light is coming through it, it just looks ethereal and adds kind of a texture and a beautiful glow to the room. So that would soften the edges of that door. It would hide the plugs over there, and it would really kind of frame the doors. Okay, so over here is the corner to the right of the doors. Obviously, there's some stuff that needs to be hooked up or put in those closets that are right there. I would put a nice plant there. I think that's a perfect spot for a plant, and I would do one that's either growing up or trailing down, so there's some movement to it over in that corner. So on the left there, we have a snake plant, and on the right, the name is eluding me right now, but something you could do in English ivy, something that trails that kind of creates some movement. There's another snake plant. Another reason I would do a snake plant for her is that she travels a lot and she is not around to take care of her plants all the time. So she either needs fake plants or real plants that are hardy. This is a cast iron plant that's also pretty hardy that doesn't need a whole lot of water. You could put one of those automatic waterers in her and in it and take care of it. So looking down the hall here, we have the closet, which can be used for storage. And then we have a ton of shelves on the hallway going down to the bathroom. Now this is fantastic. She hasn't done anything with the shelves yet. They're just kind of catching things that she wasn't sure what to do with yet. But there are so many things you can do with shelves. Here's just a brief example. I'm going to do a tutorial on shelf organization soon, and that will be here as well and on YouTube. Here's another example, how you kind of intersperse photographs, sculptures. Here someone has hung 2 pieces of artwork. They've also painted the shelves a deep shade, which is interesting for an office, but I like how they've hung the 2 pieces of artwork. This blank wall here, as you come in the door, she was concerned about what to put here and what to do. I would not put any type of table or anything because it is a walkway and you want to keep the energy clear. You could do like a trio of, and that's actually a little high where I drew it there. You could do a trio or one piece of something. You could do a chalkboard again here where if you've got guests, you could leave notes for them, or since it's an office, you could leave reminders for yourself. So in conclusion, definitely remove your excess clutter. Get rid of anything that doesn't bring you joy or you aren't using now. And there's a ton of storage in that room and the cabinets all around in the closet. So use that storage if there are things that you need to keep. Have a place for everything. Use portable tables and lights for when you turn it into a guest room. I love how you use the baskets to minimize the shelf clutter, and you can also intersperse those on the other shelves that you have on the side. Hang curtains high and to the sides to frame the French doors and add some texture to the room. Add task lighting if you don't have it, or the nomadic lamps for the guests. Add a hardy plant with some kind of movement, growing up or trailing down. Arrange the shelves with interesting stuff. Once again, I didn't time that quite right. Yes, and keep the flow and the walkway clear, because the room does occasionally have a bed down through the middle of it. You want to keep things pretty clear and the energy moving around the room. So piles of stuff and my necklace just came off. Piles of stuff and junk, you want to make sure that you clear that stuff away and keep everything, all the energy moving and flowing. And you have that great, beautiful window there that you can open the doors, even open the French doors. So let's come back to me if I can see myself. There we go. Okay, I'm back. So I hope you got some ideas about how to use a room for multiple different things. I would love if you are interested in having your room reviewed. I am accepting applications from people within my High Vibe Home group. So if you are interested in having your room reviewed, join the group and you can submit an application, and that way you'd get it done for free. Otherwise, you could always buy a room review if you don't want people to see it. If you are chosen for room review, I show it on the Wednesday show. So if you prefer to keep your room private, maybe you just want recommendations for your room, I have room reviews for sale that you can buy, and you can see it in the shop section of this page, or at my website at High Vibe Home. So thanks for being here. I will post the notes later, and I hope to see you one day in room review. Thanks for being here.